Hey everyone, welcome back to PM Learn. I'm your host and today we are tackling one of the biggest superpowers in project management, value-based prioritization. Have you ever worked on a project where everything was labeled high priority? The login screen, the checkout button, and wait, even the dark mode background theme. When everything is a priority, nothing is. In this video, we will break down exactly how Scrum uses value-based prioritization to deliver the absolute best business value in the shortest amount of time. I will explain each concept using real-world examples so you can ace your next Agile project or certification exam. Let's jump right in. Let's start with the core philosophy of Scrum. Scrum is obsessed with speed and value. The goal is to build the most critical parts of your product first, get them into the hands of your users and start making money or collecting feedback. Think of it like building a house. You don't start by planning the walls or picking out curtains. You prioritize the foundation and the roof first. In software, it's exactly the same. To truly appreciate how Scrum prioritizes, we have to look at how traditional project management, often called the Waterfall model, does things. It's a completely different mindset. Let's look at the side-by-side comparison. In traditional Waterfall, prioritization is administrative. A project manager delegates tasks and sets hard deadlines based on a predefined plan. They use tools like priority metrics to decide what needs to happen to hit a milestone 6 months from now. But in Scrum, things are dynamic. Instead of trying to manage task list, we focus on value. Managed by the product owner, Scrum aims for continuous value delivery. Here is a simple example. If you are building an online bookstore, a waterfall team might spend months planning and building every category, review system, and payment options before launching. A Scrum team, on the other hand, will prioritize a simple page where you can buy just one bestseller with a single button. But they launch that, get value immediately, and build the rest iteratively. So, where do all these prioritized ideas live? They live in the prioritized product backlog. Once the product owner gets the big business requirements from stakeholders, they translate them into epics and user stories. The backlog is a single living, breathing source of truth. As you can see in the slide image, it's often represented by organized physical or digital post-it notes. The product owner continuously refines this list, ensuring that only the most critical high-value stories sit at the very top. Now, let's talk about a classic real-world challenges. The product owner sits down with stakeholders and they say, we need user accounts, we need search, we need custom profile avatars, and they are all critical. Everything is priority 1. How does Scrum solve this? With relative prioritization. Even if you have 10 high priority items, they cannot all be ranked first. The product owner must arrange them in a strict sequence from 1 to n. Let's use an e-commerce food app application. Yes, user reviews are important and checking out is important. But if you can't check out, reviews don't matter. Therefore, checkout is ranked first and reviews are ranked second or third. This clear sequence removes any confusion from the developers. So, how does the product owner decide the order? It's not just a guessing game. They look at 3 primary factors. First, value. How much money will this feature bring in, or how much will it satisfy the customer? Second, risk and uncertainty. If a feature uses a brand new or proven technology, it carries high technical risk. The product owner might move it to the top to the test it early before wasting time and order features. And third, dependencies. The Scrum team alerts the product owner to technical connections. For example, you can't build the save credit card feature before you build the payment processing engine. How do we actually measure value? Product owners use a mix of qualitative and quantitative tools. They do stakeholder interviews to understand business need and run customer surveys to see what real users actually want. They also use analytical financial models like return on investment. As you can see in the formula on your screen, return on investment is calculated by dividing the project business value by the implementation cost. If a feature delivers massive value but cost very little to build, its ROI is sky high, pushing it right to the top of the backlog. It's vital to note that the product owner does not act like a director. They must collaborate closely with the Scrum team. During backlog refinement, developers look at user stories and call out technical risk and dependencies. If the product owner wants to prioritize a complex feature, the development team might say, "Hey, we have a major dependency on an external database API. We need to build a connector first." This cross-functional dialogue ensures the prioritization is both highly valuable and technically realistic. Let's summarize the entire process with this visual workflow. First, the product owner gathers business needs from customers. Second, they break those needs down into epics and user stories. Third, they run those stories through the three-factor test: value, risk, and dependencies. And finally, they construct the prioritized backlog ready for the developers to build into the next sprint. This beautiful cycle repeats continuously as the product grows. There you have it. Value-based prioritization is the engine that keeps the Scrum team fast, focused, and aligned with what truly matters to the customer. Now, I want to hear from you. What's the biggest challenge you face when trying to prioritize features on your projects? How do you deal with stakeholders who insist everything in priority 1? Drop your experience in the comments below. If you found this video helpful, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to PM Learn for more clear agile guides, and share this with your fellow project managers. Until next time, keep prioritizing value, and I will see you in the next video.